The RFA Ennerdale was a Dale-class fleet tanker and landing ship of the Royal Fleet Auxiliary. What is a Dale-class fleet tanker? The Dale-class were a class of replenishment oilers taken up for service with the Royal Fleet Auxiliary, supporting the Royal Navy during the interwar period. They were in commission from 1937 until 1969. Okay, so they were oil tankers. In August 1943, Captain S.T. Dunster was awarded the OBE. I have no idea what an OBE is. Oh, Order of the British Empire. The most excellent order of the British Empire is a British Order of Chivalry, rewarding contributions to the arts and sciences, work with charitable and welfare organizations, and public service outside the civil service. So it's this medal right here for doing good stuff. So the citation they got along with the award says, the ship, RFA Ennerdale, played a vital part in carrying oil and petrol to forces operating off the coast of North Africa and was the focus of sustained and heavy air attacks. So skillfully was she handled by her master, and so efficient was her barrage that she sustained no damage and performed invaluable work. In addition to this service, her master did well in 2 Malta convoys earlier in the war. His courage and resource have been unfailing. So basically, this guy was amazing at his job. Dashin Chilin, I'm probably saying that wrong, is a district of Bulgan province in northern Mongolian. The population is about 2,300, and this is the remnants of a castle that was built there. So this is where Mongolia is right here. It's a landlocked country in East Asia bordered by Russia to the north and China to the south. It covers an area of 1.5 million square kilometers and only has 3.3 million people, so it is the world's most sparsely populated sovereign nation. Why is that? Is there like a bunch of mountains there or something? Much of its area is covered by grassy steppe with mountains to the north and west and the Gobi Desert to the south, and it does not border a closed sea, so I'm guessing water is an issue? Deslet is an unincorporated community in eastern Shannon County in the Ozarks of southern Missouri, United States. A post office called Deslet was established in 1896 and remained in operation until 1955. The community was so named on account of its rural or desolate location. A postal error accounts for the error in spelling, which was never corrected. So it's not supposed to be desolate, it's supposed to be desolate. They literally wanted to name this place Desolate, Missouri. What if it had a bunch of grass? Would you call it Grassy, Missouri? Puig Campana, probably saying that wrong, which translate in English to Bell Peak, I'm not sure why they call it Bell Peak, doesn't look like a bell to me, is a mountain forming part of the prebiotic system in the southeast of Spain, probably said that wrong too. It has an altitude of 1,406 meters, which makes it the second highest peak in the province of Alicante. Oh, there's a legend, the legend of Puig Campana. The notch that is present in the western peak of Puig Campana has given rise to a number of legends, or in reality to multiple versions of the same legend. I'm guessing this little dip in the middle is what they're talking about, that's the notch? Also, this is where it's located right here, kind of like southeast Spain. One version of the legend says that the French hero Roland, commander of Charlemagne's army, became embroiled in a sword fight with the head of the Moorish army, don't know what the Moorish army is, and the duel finished on the top of the mountain. So they literally climbed a mountain while they're dueling. That's gonna be pretty hard, right? At one moment in the battle, the Moorish leader was flung to the ground, and Roland lifted his sword, Durandarte, in order to deal his enemy a final blow. However, he missed, and the force of the blow cut a chunk out of the mountain which fell into the sea. This rock is still visible as Benidorm Island, and the gash that Roland made in the peak of the mountain still bears his name. It's an interesting legend. Probably didn't really happen that way though, I'd imagine. However, Professor B. Granier, who did field work for his PhD thesis in this area, demonstrated that the rocks at the core of the Puig Campana are late Jurassic in age, whereas the limestones cropping out in the Islat de Benidorm at early Cretaceous, Albanian in age. I can't talk. Was it really necessary to try to disprove this theory? I think we could kind of figure out that some dude with a sword didn't cut a huge rock out of a mountain and cast it into the sea. I feel this was unnecessary scientific research. There's other versions of the legend too. In a different version, Roland's lover Alda was fated to die when the last of the sun's rays shone on her, so Roland cut out part of the mountain in order that the sun would take longer to set, ensuring that Alda would live a few minutes longer. Well, that's romantic. Now here's the picture of Lake Pillsbury, and here's another picture of Lake Pillsbury. Lake Pillsbury is a lake in the Mendocino National Forest of Lake County, California, created from the Eel River and Hull Mountain watershed by Scott Dam. In 1906, W.W. Van Arsdale formed the Eel River Power and Irrigation Company and contracted with the city of Ukiah for a hydroelectric generating station to increase electricity supply for the city. A diversion dam was built on the Eel River, and a mile-long tunnel was constructed to divert water into the Russian River. A powerhouse was constructed in Potter Valley. It was called the Potter Valley Project or Eel River Project. I'm not sure what I'm taking away from this one. Okay, I'm just curious about this, even though it's not super geography related. Strip till is a conservation system that uses a minimum tillage. It combines the soil drying and warming benefits of conventional tillage with the soil protecting advantages of no-till by disturbing only the portion of the soil that is to contain the seed row. This type of tillage is performed with special equipment and can require the farmer to make multiple trips, depending on the strip till implement used in field conditions. Each row that has been strip tilled is usually about 8 to 10 inches wide. And I guess this is a strip till demonstration right here. And this is a field planted using strip till. And it wants you to notice the crop residue of prior crop between the growing crop rows. Gotcha. So the green one here is the new ones, and right here is the old crop. Okay, I see what's going on here. You're just kind of using the old crops to help grow the new crops or something like that. So what's the benefit of this? Strip till warms the soil. It allows an aerobic condition, like aeration, and it allows for a better seed bed than no-till. Strip till allows the soil's nutrients to be better adapted to the plant's needs while still giving residue cover to the soil between the rows. The Lex Vatinia was legislation which gave Gaius Julius Caesar governorship of the provinces of Cisalpine Gaul and Illyricum, this place right here, this one, for 5 years. It also gave him the 3 legions already present there and the privilege of naming his own legates. What are legates? Legate, a member of the clergy, especially a cardinal representing the Pope. So what was the result of all this? The army assigned to Caesar in Cisalpine Gaul and the provinces close to it would prove both useful in Caesar's civil war and, in the immediate term, for the protection of Caesar's legislative program against repeal. The law gave Caesar, as a governor of the provinces, a chance to show his martial quality with great potential for military glory. To that end, he campaigned extensively in Germany, Britain, and Gaul. The selection of the provinces also helped in that the provincial populations were flush with Roman citizens who could be recruited for Caesar's campaigns. So basically, it started to set Caesar up into becoming Caesar. Okay. All right, well, we tried something different today. Different than I normally do playing Territorial.io. Let me know if you like this down in the comments down below. And if this does well, I can keep doing it. But smash that like button. Let's go!